Do you want to see my meal prep process for healthy, not boring meals? Let's go. The first thing I started this week is my high protein breakfast muffins. I've been using this recipe for years, and if you change the fruit component, it tastes completely different from week to week. This time I'm making oatmeal raisin, and for my dry ingredients, I'm using flour, baking powder, unflavored protein powder, and I'm adding in some rolled oats for the oatmeal portion of the oatmeal raisin. Then I'm adding in eggs, and yes, that second egg had 2 yolks, olive oil, honey, and milk. It was about now that I realized I should have added my raisins in with my dry ingredients, because if they've got some flour on them, it helps them not sink to the bottom. But you live and you learn. I added in cinnamon powder and vanilla extract, which I highly recommend making your own. It's super easy and absolutely worth it. Once everything was stirred together, I got my meal prep containers sprayed with coconut oil spray, and because my glass containers go directly into the oven, I'm making my muffins inside my containers, and then once I get them portioned out, I'll start the second part of breakfast. I'm making broccoli cheddar egg bites, and I'm thawing my frozen broccoli in the microwave and then shredding it into little bites and filling the other side of each glass container. Then I whisked my eggs and poured them in with the broccoli and topped each one with some cheddar cheese. I carried them to the oven on my sheet pan and then got started on my dinner meal. I'm making high protein tomato soup in my Instant Pot, and I'm turning this classic soup into a nutrient powerhouse. I sauteed mirepoix, salt, a bag of chopped and washed kale, lean ground turkey, diced tomatoes, tomato paste, and some roasted tomatoes. I started my Instant Pot on high for 30 minutes, and now we're on to my lunch meal. I'm making shawarma spice mix, and I'm adding cumin, chili powder, turmeric, onion powder, and salt. I'll also add minced garlic, some of the garlic olive oil for my roasted garlic cloves. Just wait till you see what I'm making with these later. Tomato paste, lemon juice, and some regular olive oil. I'll add this mix to red, yellow, and green peppers and cauliflower. These sheet pans go into the oven to roast while I cut up my chicken breasts. I need these to roast quickly, so I cut them into 1/4-inch cubes and then mixed in the shawarma sauce. Once the sauce is evenly distributed, I sprinkled some thinly sliced white onions on top, and into the oven it went. And out of the oven came my breakfast meals. Once cooled, I placed them on the counter and got started on my high protein roasted garlic sauce. The base of the sauce is Greek yogurt, but I swear it's anything but bland. I roasted garlic cloves in olive oil and added them in with a little bit of mayonnaise, salt, pepper, and lemon juice. I immersion blended this until the garlic cloves are fully blended, and then I mixed in chopped parsley. I'll set this to the side, and next I'm taking cottage cheese and immersion blending it until it's smooth enough to add to my tomato soup. This not only makes my soup creamy and velvety, but increases protein and nutrients. I'll portion my soup out into my meal prep containers, and then it's back to the lunches. I made brown rice in my Instant Pot, and I'll add parsley in, and then this will go into my meal prep containers first, followed by roasted sheet pan veggies. And once my chicken comes out of the oven, I'll mix in my high protein roasted garlic sauce, and then I'll portion it into each container. I serve these on a pita with avocado slices, and this is definitely a new favorite meal. And that's it, my entire meal prep process and another week of healthy, not boring meal prep. Hit subscribe to keep meal prepping with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!